Hello, my name is Ali and welcome to my channel. In light of this year's Mama's coming very soon, I decided that for today's video I'll do my own version of K-pop awards. I'll be talking about the nominees for each category. I'll say who I think should win and who might be more likely to win between the nominees. I pulled all the categories and nominees from Mama and GMA, but I'll also be adding my own nominees when I think it's needed. And after that I'll also be making my own categories and selecting some nominees, and a winner for each one of them. I know a lot of people have strong opinion when it comes to who should win what, but please mind that these are just my opinions. It's completely fine if you don't agree with me. You can let me know who you think should win in every category, but please be respectful. But with all that being said, let's get into the video. First off, we have Best Female Rookie. And in this category, the nominees are LE SSERAFIM and Mix, New Jeans, Kepler, IVE, and Choi. This is definitely the category that has everyone talking and basically fighting over on Twitter, because this year girl groups definitely knew how to dominate the industry. I personally think that all of them are such stronger contestants, and I'm sure the fan votes were so close to another. I think that in Mix, Kepler, and Genie have been doing nicely since they debuted, but I also think that they haven't caused the same amount of impact that the other groups have. I think that the winner will be between New Jeans, LE SSERAFIM, and IVE. And actually I've won the Genie Award. But my pick is definitely LE SSERAFIM. I think the girls came so strong with their debut, and even stronger with their first comeback. I also really like IVE and New Jeans a lot, but LE SSERAFIM are just that group for me. Then, we have Best Male Rookie. The nominees are ATBO, Tempest, TNX, Extraordinary Heroes, and Unite. For me this is a particularly difficult category because I'm not a big fan of any of the groups. I like some of their songs, and the only group I actually know the members and have invested more of my time in them is Extraordinary Heroes. From the nominees my pick would be Extraordinary Heroes, but I think TNX are more likely to win, although Tempest kinda surprised me by winning at the GMAs. My favorite male rookie groups this year has been 9i, TAN, and Trends. They are so freaking underrated, but their music has been so amazing. If you like songs with a hint of nostalgia, then check 9i out, you will not regret it. If you liked my intro song, then go check out TAN. Their debut song Do 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 is one of my favorite releases from this year. And if you like more aggressive songs, then go check out Trends, although I have to say that their B-sides are actually better than their title tracks. I personally think that they all should have been nominated because they are amazing, but I get that they are quite underrated unfortunately. I love them all so much, but my personal pick is Trends since they're definitely my current favorite rookie group. Then, we have Best Female Solo Artist. And the nominees are IU, Miyeon, Nayeon, Seulgi, Taeyeon, Yina, and Cassie. I actually didn't know who Cassie was before searching up the nominees, so I decided to check her out, and she actually has some pretty ballads, and her voice is absolutely perfect. All the other nominees I do know from before, and I'm pretty familiar with their work. To be honest, none of them particularly stood out for me this year. I think that Miyeon and Nayeon's solo debuts were good, but nothing groundbreaking for me. Miyeon's debut actually was a bit forgettable for me. I actually loved Yina's debut and comeback so freaking much, so she is my pick from the nominees. But I think that Taeyeon is more likely to win, and maybe rightfully so, since her INVU album was amazing. Then, we have Best Male Solo Artist. The nominees in this category for the GMAs were Lim Young-won, Kim Ho-jong, Psy, Bio, and Lee Chan-won. And I actually only know Psy from that list. I know that all of them are pretty big names in Korea, especially Lim Young-won, and I'm sure they are always ranking high in the streaming platforms, but I don't personally listen to them. But for the mamas we had other nominees like Kang Daniel, J-Hope, and Zico. Out of all the nominees my favorite is Kang Daniel. I actually stan him and really like his music, but I don't think his releases were that amazing this year. If it were 2021 then I would 100% pick Kang Daniel, because Yellow was such a good release, but his full album this year kinda disappointed me. I would have loved if Kihyun and Woods were nominated, because for me they killed it so hard this year with their solo releases. Like I have Voyager, Youth, and Colorful Trauma and Constant Replay, and I still don't get tired of it. So my own picks are definitely both of them. Then, we have Best Girl Group. And the nominees are G-Idol, aespa, Blackpink, ITZY, Red Velvet and Twice. I think that if it were last year, then I totally would pick aespa or ITZY, but unfortunately this year their releases were a bit underwhelming. I actually like Sneakers and Girls, but they are nowhere near being iconic releases, at least for the right reasons. Blackpink of course is the biggest girl group in the world right now, but I also think that their comeback was kinda meh in comparison to some other releases. And Red Velvet had their moment with Feel My Rhythm, but at least for me, the song failed to be memorable after a couple of months. And just like that, the only group that I have left to discuss is G-Idol, which in my opinion totally deserved to win this award. After being in a hiatus for over a year, the girls came back so strongly with Tomboy, and then even better with Nude. Even if you don't like them or their songs, you can't deny the impact that they've had in the industry this year. They've been achieving all kills left and right, breaking records and just remembering everyone how good they are as a group, so of course they are my pick for Best Girl Group. Next, we have Best Male Group. And the nominees are BTS, ENHYPEN, NCT Dream, 17, Stray Kids, TXT and Big Bang. Of course BTS and Big Bang are well-known groups with many years in the industry, but I literally never heard Big Bang's comeback. And I couldn't tell you what BTS released this year. I actually used to love BTS so much from like 2017, literally up until Map of the Soul 7 was released. But then they started releasing English music and my interest for them completely died when Yet to Come was released. I think the song is so boring and I couldn't name you a single song from the album. I don't even know what the album is called. So this year I didn't pay attention to them at all. Also, ARMYs don't come for me, this is just my opinion. I personally hated ENHYPEN and TXT releases this year. Like all of them were awful in my opinion, and it made me so sad because I love both of the groups so much, and up until last year their music was pure perfection. But how do you go from Tamed to Blessed Cursed, and from Loser Lover to Good Boy Gone Bad? Like what the fuck? I hope they can redeem themselves in 2023 because this year's releases were not it for me. I think Stray Kids had nice releases this year, but nothing too outstanding for me. Same with 80s, which I'm actually surprised that they weren't nominated. And I wished P1 Harmony was nominated because they totally killed it his year. Both Do It Like This and Doom Do Doom were amazing releases and for me they really stood out this year. NCT Dream and 17 definitely had amazing releases this year, and that may be super biased of me since they are my favorite boy groups, but I don't care. I loved their albums so freaking much this year, and I love NCT Dream with all my heart, but 17 are my ults of ults, so of course I have to pick them as my choice. Then, we have Best Vocal Performance Solo. And the nominees are IU with Drama, Kim Min-seok with Drunken Confessions, Lee Moojin with When It Snows feat. Haza, Lim Woo-young with Our Blues Are Life, and Taeyeon with INVU. Out of all these songs I actually only know INVU. And I also think that is a bit tricky to say what entails best vocal performance, like are we talking only about their voice in the track or about an actual live performance? I actually don't have much to say since I only know a song, so I guess I have to pick INVU by Taeyeon. But if I add my own nominee, then I think Heehyun should win. You should go listen to his It's live performance with Voyager. Or his Rain performance in Mike in the Scene, although that one is a bit overprocessed, but it's still so freaking good and I just love his voice so much. Then, we have Best Vocal Performance Group Version. And the nominees are Big Bang with Still Life, BTS with Yet to Come, Davichi with Fanfare, ENHYPEN with Polaroid Love, and Winner with I Love You. I actually know most of these songs, the only ones I haven't listened to before are Still Live by Big Bang and Fanfare by Davichi. Yet to Come and I Love You are nice songs, but nothing I'm obsessed with. However, I do love Polaroid Love. That is literally the only good thing that came out of the Dilemma Answer Repackage album, so my pick is of course that one. I wished Darling by 17 was nominated because that song is absolutely gorgeous, and their voices in that track are pure perfection. So if this were nominated, it would definitely be my pick. Next, we have Best Bad Performance. And the nominees are Janabi with A Grip in the Green, Jareem with Stay With Me, Lucy with Play, The Black Skirts with My Little Lambs, and Extraordinary Heroes with Happy Death Day. Out of all of the nominees, the songs I've listened to the most is Happy Death Day by Extraordinary Heroes, but I also don't love the song that much since it didn't age that amazingly for me. I actually never listened to Janabi or Jareem, and from The Black Skirts I only know a song. However, I do know Play by Lucy, and that song is completely gorgeous. They really know how to make beautiful music, and from all the nominees it's definitely the best in my opinion. I think that In Flying should have been nominated with I Like You, but the song was released a month ago so maybe it didn't qualify for time period, however is so freaking good. I just love In Flying's music so much and they definitely have the best 2022 band release in my opinion. Then, we have Best Dance Performance Solo. And the nominees are Jessie with Zoom, Nahyun with Pop, Psy with That, Sunmi with Heartburn, and Yuno with Smiley. I think that Yeena's performances with Smiley were nice but nothing too memorable. Sunmi's performance wasn't that iconic but the visual aspect with all the dancers and the props was amazing, like those big fans are definitely memorable. Jessie, Psy and Nahyun's choreographies are definitely iconic, and there were a lot of people doing the dance in TikTok. But for me Psy definitely takes the prize. Not only the choreography was amazing, but he knows how to put a performance and the amount of backup dancers he always has just helps to make the whole thing even better. My personal added nominee would be 10 with Birthday, because damn that whole release is insane and the dance practice just showed how talented he is. We actually haven't even gotten a performance with this song, and because of the time when it was released it probably didn't even qualify for a nomination, but still worth mentioning in my opinion. Then, we have Best Dance Performance, Male Group Version. And the nominees are NCT 127 with Two Baddies, NCT Dream with Glitch Mode, 17 with Hot Stray Kids with Maniac, TXT with A Good Boy Gone Bad, and Treasure with Jeekjin. I personally think that all of these songs have really good choreography, and from a dance point alone they are all amazing. However, I definitely think that 17's Hot is superior. When it comes to dancing on choreographies, I think we can all agree that 17 are one of the best, if not the best. Hot has such a freaking amazing choreography, it's really difficult but visually speaking is incredible. The chorus manages to be easy to follow, while the rest of the song has really high intensity moves, and you really need to be in good shape to pull the whole thing smoothly. The choreography by itself is really good, but when you add the outfits and a really cool set then the whole thing gets even better. So yeah, of course my pick is 17, and I might be super biased but I don't care at all. Then, we have Best Dance Performance Female Group Version. And the nominees are G-Idol with Tomboy, Blackpink with Pink Venom, IVE with Love Dive, LE SSERAFIM with Fearless, New Jeans with Attention, and Red Velvet with Feel My Rhythm. I think that Tomboy and Pink Venom have nice choreographies, but for the most part they are quite simple. Love Dive and Feel My Rhythm have more intricate choreographies, but in my opinion, they aren't that memorable. And then we have Fearless and Attention, both really good choreographies that are quite iconic. I have learned both of them in fact, and they are really different but equally as amazing. However, my pick is Fearless. The only reason I didn't pick Attention is because LE SSERAFIM brings such a unique aura when they are performing, like their stage presence is insane. With this I'm not saying that New Jeans isn't, but I do think that New Jeans has to develop a little bit more, although they are definitely in the right path, and have already made their mark in the industry. Next, we have Best OST, and the nominees are 10 cm with Drawer from the Our Beloved Summer OST, Jimin and Ha Sung-woon with You from the Our Blues OST, Melomance with Love, Maybe from the A Business Proposal OST, V with Christmas Tree from the Our Beloved Summer OST, and Weinstein with Your Existence from the 2521 OST. I've actually seen all the dramas, except Our Blues, and I unfortunately have to say that most of these songs weren't that memorable for me. I think there are way better songs from these dramas, and I think it's such a disservice to only nominate ballads when there are more upbeat songs that are just as good. My favorite songs from the nominees are Christmas Tree and With You. Both of them are so beautiful and the way their voices sound in the tracks is what makes it so amazing. However, I think Christmas Tree is slightly better, so that's my pick. I actually don't think that the other songs are bad at all, but they are a bit forgettable and they don't have many elements that make me gravitate towards them. Then, we have Best Collab. And the nominees are 10 cm and Big Nutty with Just 10 cm. Crush feat. J-Hope with Rush Hour. Loco and Wasaw with Somebody. Psy feat. Suga with That. And Woo1J and Minoi with Ghosting. I don't actually know half of the songs that are nominated, but it doesn't even matter because for me the winner definitely should be That by Psy and Suga. That song is so freaking good, completely iconic, and everyone and their mother was dancing to it when it was released. Psy definitely came back in the best way possible, like the song hasn't aged a single bit since it was released, at least for me. Also, I was so shocked when I saw that BTS wasn't nominated with their collab with Coldplay, and then I found out that the song wasn't released this year, but in fact last year, and it was nominated for the 2021 Mamas. Like, when the fuck did that happen? Next, we have Best Hip Hop / Best R&B Song. And the nominees are B.O. with Counting Stars featuring Pingino, Big Naughty with Beyond Love featuring 10 centimeters, J-Hope with More, J Park with Ganadar featuring IU, and Zico with Freak. Counting Stars and Freak are good songs, they are memorable for sure, but I don't entirely love them. I actually don't like J-Hope's More like at all. I'm all for angsty, emo-inspired music, and I actually really like that sound, but J-Hope's latest solo releases weren't for me in the Sightless. And I just can never see myself listening to that album ever. ARMYs don't come for me. I was actually going to choose Ganadara as my pick because although J Park is such a questionable human being, I hate to say that his music is good. Ganadara is such an easy-to-listen song, the chorus is so catchy and I love how good their voices sound together. But then I listened Beyond Love and I fell in love with that song, like why am I only finding about this song now? Where have I been and why I wasn't constantly listening to this incredible collab? So yeah, my pick is definitely Beyond Love. Their voices are so smooth and I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. Then we have Song of the Year, and in this category there are actually a bunch of nominees, like way too much for me to be able to name them all, so I'll just name some of my favorite candidates. That by Psy, Tomboy by G-Idol, Zoom by Jessie, Fearless by LAS Seraphim, Glitch Mode by NCT Dream, Hot by 17, Maniac by Stray Kids, INVU by Taeyeon, Attention by New Jeans, Feel My Rhythm by Red Velvet, Jeekjin by Treasure, and I Love You by Winner. To be completely honest, this year there wasn't a song that owned 2022, at least for me. In previous years there were songs that you can totally see owning a specific year, but unfortunately this year there wasn't any of that kind. I personally love most of the songs nominated, but that doesn't mean they are as iconic to be named Song of the Year. If I'm being super biased then I would pick High by 17 because I'm obsessed with that song and they are my ults, but that doesn't mean people agree with me. If I'm not being super biased, then I think that by Psy should win. That's the only song that has stood out a lot this year, everyone knows it and it's genuinely good, so that's my pick. Then, we have Artist of the Year. Just like the previous category, there are so many freaking nominees and I can't possibly name them all, but some of the ones that stand the most to me are these: Blackpink, aespa, BTS, ENHYPEN, G-Idol, ITZY, IU, IVE, LAS Seraphim, NCT Dream, New Jeans, Psy, Red Velvet, 17, Stray Kids, Taeyeon, Twice, and Zico. Of course a lot of people are going to be choosing their favorites in this category, and in my heart I totally think 17 owned this year, but there are some artists that definitely dominated more than others. All of the nominees in this category are amazing, and have stood out in some way or another this year, however, not all of them have owned 2022 like G-Idol has. The girls came back from a year hiatus with the whole Soojin scandal, and managed to do so in the best way possible. You can't deny that they owned 2022 with their releases. Tomboy and Nude have broken, and are still breaking some records, and they've managed to solidify themselves as the top girl group right now. They are becoming more and more popular by the minute, and I can just see them growing and growing more in the future. I'm actually really excited to see what they accomplish next, and hopefully this isn't the only year where they totally deserve to win Artist of the Year. Then, we have Album of the Year. And the nominees are Psy with Psy 9th, Blackpink with Born Pink, NCT Dream with Glitch Mode, G-Idol with I Never Die, Kim Youngwoo with Hero, Taeyeon with INVU, Kim Hojuk with Panorama, BTS with Proof, 17 with Phase the Sun, and Red Velvet with Feel My Rhythm. I personally think that out of all the nominees, NCT Dream and Taeyeon have the best albums by far. Both of them are filled with nothing but amazing tracks, and few to none skips. I've listened both of the albums multiple times, and most of the songs are added to my daily playlist. I think that if we're being objective, then it would be really hard for me to just pick one, but because I'm a biased bitch, I pick NCT Dream's Glitch Mode. I love the boys so freaking much, and I'm obsessed with the album, although I do have to say that the repackaged version is better because it has beatbox in it. Next up, we have the Genie Music Popularity Award. The nominees are B.O., G-Idol, IU, IVE, Kim Ho Jong, Lee Chanwon, Lim Youngwoo, NCT Dream, Psy, 17, and Taeyeon. I honestly think that this award is kinda stupid. Like, what's the concept behind choosing the nominees and the winner? All these artists are popular in their own way, so I don't get why there's a category that determines popularity, and I'm actually extremely curious how they pick a winner. Like, what are the boxes to check for the winner? I honestly don't have any picked because I don't know how to pick one. Like, if it's just me being biased, then I of course would pick 17th, but if I'm being objective, then I don't fucking know. So let's just move on. Then, we have Worldwide Fan Choice Top 10. Just like in some other categories, there are a bunch of nominees, and I think anyone can vote in this category for their faves. And like the biased bitch I am, I'm just going to pick my 10 faves from the whole list I found online, so enjoy basically a small part of my stan list. 17. Twice. NCT Dream. NCT 127. Treasure. ITZY. The Boys. Monsta X Blackpink. And LE SSERAFIM. And now, we're into my own made-up categories. These are actually just some extra bits because there's literally only 5 of them, but whatever. For the first of my own categories, we have Best Female Debut Song. This year we've had plenty of debuts, and although there's the Best Rookie category, that doesn't necessarily mean Best Debut Song. My personal nominees are Fearless by LE SSERAFIM, Hype Boy by NewJeans, Sunflower by Yujing, Smiley by Yena, and Rose by Mima Rose. I actually freaking love all of these songs, and some of them deserve a lot more recognition that they have. I've listening to all of them thousands of times, and it still don't freaking get tired of them, but for sure, the one I love the most is Hype Boy. I know this wasn't the first song they released, but for me Attention, Hype Boy, and Cookie all qualify as their debut song, and my personal favorite is Hype Boy. If you don't think that Hype Boy is their actual debut song, then I don't fucking care and I don't want to listen. But all that aside, I absolutely love Hype Boy with all my heart. When I first listened to Attention I was iffy, and it took a bit of growing on me, but with Hype Boy was an instant like. I genuinely know all the lyrics to the song, I even know the choreo, and I definitely listen to this song at least one time a day, every single day since it was released. My personal nominees are Do 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 by Tan, Parallel Universe by 9i, Move by TNX, Voyager by Kihyun, and Bad News by Tempest. I think that all of these songs are genuinely so good in their own way, and are basically the only debut songs by male artists that I've genuinely enjoyed this year. I think that in a year where most male releases have been so boring and forgettable, these songs have managed to stand out a ton for me. And I listen to all of these songs constantly, but there's nothing like Voyager to me. That song is incredible, and it's definitely in my top 5 of releases this year, because it's just that good. I've actually been thinking about doing a video where I rank, or even tier rank, all of 2022 debut songs. I definitely have thoughts about a lot of them, and there are definitely some I haven't even listened, and I'll be really curious to check some new songs. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. And then, we have Best MV. To be honest, this category was really hard to pick even the nominees, especially because nowadays MVs are so basic, and have basically to none element that makes them so memorable. But the nominees I picked are Heartburn by Sunmi, I Love You by Winner, Nude by G-Idol, Sparkling by Chung, Copycat by A-Pink Chobum, and Hot by 17. For me, what makes an MV a good MV is an original concept, an amazing color story, visuals that make sense with the song, and the whole comebacks concept. All of these MVs are so amazing in my opinion, and they're the type of MV that I would 100% go out of my way to watch. For me, Heartburn by Sunmi, I Love You by Winner, Nude by G-Idol, and Copycat by A-Pink Chobum are MVs that have original concepts, and really amazing storylines within the video itself. Sparkling by Chung and Hot by 17 don't necessarily have a storyline, but the set design and the color story in the video is pure perfection. They're so visually pleasing, and although it might not necessarily be an original concept, it still was executed to perfection. Although I really like all of them, I definitely love Nude by G-Idol a lot more. I think we can all agree that even if you don't like the song, you can confidently say that the MV is amazing. The whole message behind the song is perfectly represented in the MV. All the references the MV has were executed to perfection, and just visually is completely stunning to watch. We still have a little bit over a month in the year, and there's still room for a better MV to be released, but I highly doubt that would happen. And last but not least, we have Best Choreography. This category is quite similar to Best Dance Performance, but I wanted to add my own nominees, and focus just entirely in the choreography aspect. My personal nominees are Birthday by 10, Hot by 17, Cookie by New Jeans, Oh Oh by NMIX, and Gingamingayo by Billy. I actually think all of these choreographies are absolutely amazing in their own way. Cookie is such a fun choreo. The song is definitely questionable because of the lyrics, but the actual choreography is so freaking good. I love how interactive it is with the bleachers and the benches, and the moves are actually pretty unique for the most part. NMIX really said our song is weird, but the choreography for said song is immaculate. I actually learned the choreo, and I truly don't understand how they can sing so well with a choreography that has a lot of fast and sharp movements, like the girls have some stamina. I think it's insane how this is only their debut, and it was so refreshing to see a girl group do a more intense choreo, since it's not very common. Like I previously said, Hot by 17 has such an amazing choreography. One of their best in my opinion, and they just never disappoint when it comes to choreos. Gingamingayo is a choreography that at first look you might think doesn't have overcomplicated moves, but the reality is that the execution of the moves is a lot harder than the moves themselves. Birthday is an insane choreo. It's the type of choreo that only a highly skilled dancer can pull off. For me, this choreography sits up there with Spider by Hoshi, Naughty by Solgi and Irene, MMH by Kai, and Move by Taemin. All of them being extremely hard choreos, and it's actually curious how most of them are under SM. This is definitely my pick as Best 2022 Choreography, and I already picked it as Best Dance Solo Performance, but I think this category also suits it amazingly because it's just that good. That was everything for the categories. I tried to talk about all of the ones I saw online, and add a bit of my own, but there really wasn't many extra categories I could think of. If you made it to this part of the video, then you're the real one. I know this is going to be a pretty long video, so the fact that you made it up to this is amazing. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my opinions. Tell me which ones are your own personal picks, and even if you have other categories. But please always be respectful. That was everything for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of me. Thanks for watching. Bye.